Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about how to create RDS. And once we create RDS, how we can connect to this created RDS instance using some MySQL client from anywhere. So let's begin. Let me hide the open board. And this is the home page of AWS Management Console. And I'm right now in Mumbai region. Let me go and search for RDS. Select RDS. And you can straight away go and say create database. But in case if you're not in this page, and you can go to this navigation bar and select databases, and then you can even start from here as well. And there are two ways we can create: easy create. So some of the options will be pre-selected, but let us do standard create so that we can explore everything. Totally, there are 8 options we have. IBM DB2 is a new addition. So all are engines, database engines. So whichever engine you want, you can choose. Let me go with MySQL engine. And then let me make it very simple. So let's go and create a free tier. Because all of you are practicing for the first time, you can start with free tier and then you can go. But in case if you go with dev and test, you get some more multiple options you can select from. Like you can select if you want a single DB instance, or if you want, you can even go for multi-AZDB cluster, multi-AZDB instances. So these are a couple of options you get, but let's go with free tier. And this is the database identifier name. Let it be same. If you want, you can give your own name. And this is the master name, master username, that is admin. And you want to manage the password by secrets manager, or you want to manage it by yourself, you can say select anyone. So let's do selection of self-managed. If you want, to generate, auto-generate the password. If not, you can just type yours. Okay, it's not that difficult. Let me give a strong password. Oh, wrong. Now let me type the same. And then other things, let it be t3.micro. And then the storage, you leave it default. Application, let it be 20 GB. That's enough. I don't want to connect to this EC2 instance, RDS instance from any EC2 instance. So I'll just say do not connect to an EC2. And then let me have the all other stuff as the default one. Let me say publicly accessible. Yes, this RDS instance will be made publicly accessible so that we can connect to this RDS from outside. And then just okay, we can leave those settings as it is. And this is the port which will be open 3306. And then this is a password authentication. I don't want enhanced monitoring, and I don't need any backup also. So let me disable backup. If I want, I can disable even the encryption as well, but let it be there. And that's it. Let's say create database. It will take a couple of minutes to get created. So I'll pause the video and I start once it is ready. Yeah, the database has been created. So now let's explore this. So let me open it in a new tab just to verify everything is perfect or not. Yes, the endpoint has been created and then the port number is this. See, sometimes you need to once check this security groups, because this security group which is attached to the newly created RDS instance should allow 3306 traffic from internet. So by default it is added, but in case if you don't have this first entry, what you have to do, you have to go to edit inbound, and then you might add a new rule. And in add a new rule, you will say custom TCP. Okay. And then you can say 3306, or you can even directly go and select MySQL Aurora. Then it will automatically select 3306. And then from there, you want to allow it only from your IP or some specific IP or all IP. So like that, you will be selecting. So anyways, this entry is already created. It is not added by me. But in case if you don't have this entry, you can create it like this. Let me just delete it. And I can just leave because I don't need to save anything. Fine. So now this is my database. And here, this is the endpoint. I need this endpoint username and then the password to connect to this particular database from this workbench. So I have workbench. It is MySQL Workbench. It will act like a client so that we can connect to this RDS database and start working on it. For that, you need to download MySQL Workbench and install. Once you install, when you open, you will be landing in this particular page. And from here, I will take you. Let's say we will add a new connection. When you click that plus button, it will ask you some basic informations. Let me see my RDS connection. And then the host name here, it should be our database endpoint. Let me copy this database endpoint and save it here and 3306 because it is MySQL. And then the username was admin and password will be stored in Vault. Let me give the password here. Let me say okay and say test connection. Information related to this connection to MySQL was successfully made. Fine. So now what we can say, okay, yes, this is our connection. Now we can open this so that we can get data from this particular database. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's create database is JEC1. Let me select this and run this command. So when you get success message, it means then you created this database. Let's use this database now. Let me also run this. Yeah, we are going to use. Now we can create table. And then you can give some field. I'm just giving randomly some field employee underscore ID. Let it be varchar. And that's it. Just a field I'm adding. I'm not adding multiples. And then let me select this and run. So when you select it and run, then only this particular part will run. If not, all will run. Yes, created. So now we have successfully created a database. Inside that database, we have created a table also. So that's it. So that's it for this particular video. Thank you.